Lisa Brookman from Wise Women Canada. We are talking about how to revive, how to add some fuel to your fire, to spark that flame in your relationship if it's dwindled just a little bit. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So this is something that you must see in your psychotherapy practice.
Yes.
Couples coming to you and saying what exactly?
You know, when you're together a long time, you kind of lose the spice.
Right.
They kind of get used to each other. There's not much excitement in the marriage. And I have a lot of couples coming in to see me saying, we've been together a long time. How do we kind of get that honeymoon stage back?
Right, because I think we should mention that when people fall in love, it's actually like a chemical reaction happens in your head.
Yes.
And then like any sort of drug, you get used to it and it
And
plateaus.
that honeymoon stage is fabulous. You know, that early stage when you get excited to see them, you get butterflies. Exactly, but that leaves.
Right. That leaves, but you have to establish different tricks, maybe different ways to turn the companionship, to keep the companionship spicy. And one of the first tips you have is maintain a tinge of mystery. Now, this doesn't mean, you know, putting on a Sherlock Holmes hat. What are you talking about? Or maybe, I don't know.
You could if you want to wear that. But a tinge of mystery, what I mean by that is add a little tinge of excitement.
Okay.
You know, you get dressed in the morning together, you leave for work, it's very routine. Put a little note in your husband's car before he leaves for work.
Yeah.
Or surprise your wife at the office and say, you know what, I'm coming and I'm sweeping you out for lunch for an hour.
That's
you know, let's go
amazing.
be spontaneous and do something like that. That little mystery really adds a little bit of excitement.
Just the element of surprise, like surprise flowers for no reason.
Yes, send it to the office or something like that. It's very nice.
Okay, so the second tip you have, and these are all very easy tips that you can do at home, try something, anything you say new together.
Exactly. You know, as we have busy lives and we have our kids, we get used to doing girl time and guy time, and we go to the gym with our girls or we go play baseball with the guys. We forget to do things together. So find an activity that you can do together. A painting class, a cooking class, and if you do something kind of exercisey and you get your endorphins going, that even works better.
Ooh la la. And also, like, it adds a new activity, that's something else that you can talk about.
You can talk about and you can look forward to and you can enjoy. It's wonderful.
Okay, don't underestimate the power of touch. This is so important. We were talking about this, like just kissing. People don't French kiss after a while.
Exactly.
Like,
you know, you even forget to give a peck on the cheek. So I'm not talking about like sexual intimacy. I'm talking about holding hands, caressing, you know, a kiss goodbye and I love you and a kiss goodnight. All those little things, we forget to do them sometimes, and it means so much to the marriage.
Right, because I guess we just are so used to the person.
That's it, and we get used to it, and you know, we say goodnight and we roll over and we go to sleep, and that little 2-second kiss makes all the difference.
Right. Turn up the kindness. This is a huge one. Kindness is difficult because it takes an effort, especially if you're tired at the end of the day.
Exactly, and we were just talking about this. Kindness is sexy. You know, being kind and being endearing, it's a wonderful quality, and if we can kind of find that in our partners and be nice to them and vice versa, it stops us from taking them for granted. And you mark the positive. You know, when your partner does something nice for you,
don't take it for granted.
Exactly. Don't take it for granted, and let them know how much it meant to you.
Right. I think also a big key, and correct me if I'm wrong, is you guys, the two people got together for a reason, and I know we change and we grow up, but try to keep at least part of the reasons you got together alive, right?
Evolve as a couple, but marriage takes work, and it's hard work, and you have to work at it every single day. You can't just take it for granted and hope that it moves forward and you kind of remain happily ever after. You have to put effort into it.
So Montreal couples watching us right now, stop what you're doing and make out a little before you get to work.
Exactly, French kiss.
Lisa Brookman, again, wisewomencanada.com. Hit up that website for all this great info and so much more. Thank you so much.
Thank you.